What's up, guys? So today I'm doing a little bit of an interesting thing I thought I'd share with you. So as so many of you might know, I really like this company, Mini Circle, mostly because well, what they do is incredible. I got to know Mini Circle through their head scientist, Ryan Rossner. I'm always interested in performance and getting better and healing my old, decrepit, broken body. I became close friends with a doctor called Adil Khan. He's really a pioneering young doctor, Canadian, does tons of work with regenerative medicine, longevity stuff, performance, really top of the field. I've known him for a long time. I sought him out, on reference, and he was doing PRP and stuff like that. So many years ago, some of you might remember, I went and got some treatment from him. A few years later, he had a new therapy, full statin gene therapy. Isn't that wild? Yeah. So I had a ton of questions, kept on asking him questions. Eventually, so he was playing middleman between the head scientist of Mini Circle and me. Turns out Ryan is actually an arm wrestler among many other things, and I just started talking to him.
In 600 meters at the roundabout, take the third exit onto Prescott Highway, Prince of Wales Drive.
Talking to him, and yeah, just being close to this guy, my brain exploded. This guy, many things, but Ryan Rossner will make your brain grow, to put it very bluntly. Big visions, big dreams. We start dreaming about all sorts of crazy stuff, and I'm just tagging along, really. The things that they can do with genetics are unbelievable. We've heard of CRISPR, we've heard of...
Exit the roundabout onto Prescott Highway.
Some of the stuff that they...
Continue on Ottawa 73 for 3 kilometers.
Viral vectors. They work with plasmids. Plasmid is a bit of genetic, really. I don't want to get into detail because I'll say it wrong. I'm just trying to understand genetics a little bit. But anyway, so I had the therapy. Before I pulled Dennis. Since I pulled that at 50 years old, I keep saying that I've grown. I don't know if I really have. I think I might have actually grown a tiny little bit, which is so crazy at 50. I've definitely put on a good probably 15-20 pounds onto just my resting weight. Never mind what I am in competition, just my everyday weight. I'm 20 pounds heavier. I feel great. At 50 years old, as a competitive arm wrestler, I do feel fantastic. Full statin therapy is probably a part of that, for sure. No question in my mind that the therapies that they're doing are just completely, they're the very, very front of medical performance science, beyond stem cells, beyond any therapy that I'm aware of. The genetic engineering is just crazy. So the more time I got to spend with Mini Circle, the more I just love their mission. I love what they do. I've told them many times, I'm well, anything I have going on in my life, what you guys are doing is more important. There's some fields like AI, space travel, genetics, stuff like this is so super valuable for our entire species. It does things like give us insurance, gets us into outer space, all sorts of things that you can imagine, makes humanity better in a very brave way. It takes control of so many things, longevity, performance, disease, all these things. Very, very relevant in the field of genetics.
In 600 meters, turn right onto Strandherd Drive.
So what do I do? Why am I making this video? What am I doing to play my small part in this amazing field of genetics where my dear friend works, and I do my best to kind of try and help him because I think he's doing the coolest stuff. Not just him, the whole company. I find people. So I find weirdos, people who are genetically outliers in some way. I screen them, I get them sequenced, and then I
Take the next right onto Strandherd Drive.
I give them the sequence and the story as much as I can give them, and then
In 400 meters, turn left onto River Road, Ottawa Regional Road 19.
No, it's just mostly Ryan, I think. And then from there, potentially, therapies can be made, which is so wild, and it goes all sorts of ways. You know, you can get a high performer, like a really high-performing outlier, and the theory is that potentially they have a mutation that's favorable, and so that might be a great thing to boost somehow.
At the light, turn left onto River Road, Ottawa Regional Road 19.
Or if you have some kind of a perceived weakness or perceived flaw in your genetic, that can be analyzed and you could potentially be fixed. All of which is so fascinating and just leads to improved life for people, which is so great. So this morning, so one of the things that they're heavily focused on is longevity and signs of aging, whatever. It's just one of the many things that they're very interested in. I heard Ryan talking about that he found a woman whose hair never is turning gray. She's in her 60s or something like that, and absolutely zero sign of hair grayage, which, you know, it could be many things, but theoretically
Continue on Ottawa Regional Road 19 for 6 kilometers.
Theoretically genetic, and, you know, after analysis, you know, it very well could be a genetic factor that's playing heavily. So to approach the problem from the other side, I have found someone whose hair genetically turned white at the age of 15. And it's an amazing thing. I met their son. Their son is 43. He also has white hair. But really doesn't seem to affect them, but there's something strange about the hair turning so early. And unfortunately, this woman has terminal cancer now. She probably has 10 days to live. And I've been given permission by her son to come and get her sequence. I don't think I'll film in the hospital. I don't think I'll even be allowed to go in the hospital, so it'll probably be your son doing it. But anyways, guys, just wanted to share that with you. It's something I'm super passionate about. I think it's a good thing for our species, and I just play this little role. If you ever want to know anything about Mini Circle, I put the link in the description always. I just think it's like the coolest stuff. So all the best, everybody.